In today's video, we're going to be touring a property built out of raffia palm. Now, raffia palm is a plant that grows in the tropics and it is very versatile. It has so many uses. The fiber from this plant is used for so many things. It's used in weaving baskets, making shoes, textiles, bags, hats, so many things. It also has the longest leaves in the plant kingdom. So today we're going to be looking at the raffia palm plant used for an actual home. Hi, Auntie Ophelia. Hi. Can you please tell us a bit about yourself, Orangery, what you do?
Well, this is Art Deco, and we actually make furniture and do interior designs and do houses for people.
Okay.
And I've always been somebody who's always thinking and doing something different all the time. I've always done different things. I started out as a fashion designer, which I did for years.
Okay.
And I got a bit bored with it, and then I moved into interior design. And then I found that working with people here at the time, everybody made the same thing. So we left the country, came back, and while I was abroad, I used to go around little furniture shops. We lived in France, and sort of hung around, learned what they were doing. When I came back, I decided to make my own furniture, and that's what I've been doing.
This is beautiful.
For all these years.
Yeah. So over here you have a very beautiful space. If you could kindly walk us through and talk us through the product that you have built.
Well, I took a trip a couple of years ago, I think, with my grandchildren to the western region, and we were going to Inzulezu, and on the way, I noticed this set of buildings, and I thought, oh wow, somebody's built out of wood. It was a hotel, and my first reaction was that, oh, beautiful timber houses, and I love timber, so we decided on our way back from Inzulezu to stop. And when we went in there, I was completely blown over because it had nothing to do with wood. It was this material. So I asked the receptionist at the hotel what this was, and he said it's the raffia cane, and the whole hotel was built out of this material. So I just asked if it was possible to get the material, and they said, oh yes, it's in abundance in the village. So the guide that took us around, I asked him, and he said, oh, it's easy to get. So when we came back, I kept thinking about it, and then I called him and ordered some of the cane, and they were sort of sitting around for a long time. But then when we had the lockdown, I just decided, okay, let's do something. So then I decided to do this, and that's how it began.
So we can walk through the spaces, and then you can tell us a little more about this amazing space.
Well, as you can see, this is a kitchen. It's an open plan kitchen. I really don't believe in enclosed spaces because if you have visitors, you can always communicate wherever you are if it's not enclosed. And it's just, I think it's a pretty old-fashioned idea to sort of everything is separated with walls. But I just feel that the human spirit is free, so why don't we
be free?
Do everything in a free space, and so that's why I have the kitchen is here. You have the dining room.
Space,
If you have friends, everybody can sit around and be part of the conversation. So this is the idea behind, for me, having an open plan.
Kitchen
area. In fact, having a whole place open plan because you're always part if you're the one doing the cooking, you don't really miss out. You don't
But
miss
anything.
out anything because everybody's able to move around and communicate. So this is the thinking behind this.
Okay. You mentioned that you built a majority of the things.
Well,
in
everything here is made by us because we make, as I said, we make furniture. So nothing is done from outside, and I don't like depending on people from outside because they tell you they're going to do something, and
never gets done.
it never gets done, or it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and you just get frustrated.
Yeah.
So I just do everything myself. I have a workshop, I have the machines, I have highly skilled workers who have been with me, some for 25 years, some for 20 years, 15. So they know what
what you want.
What I want.
Yeah.
And they're very quick to understand what I want, and they're very efficient.
Right.
So I'm very happy.
Can we talk about your kitchen cabinet? Did you have these built yourself as well?
As I said,
Everything.
Wow. Here is made by us. We do this, we do for people. You can order kitchen cabinets, you can order beds, you can order
the floorboard, everything.
So we do everything ourselves.
So how long did it take to put up this structure?
I think roughly about six months.
Wow.
It took us to complete it, including furnishing and everything. It's around the dining room, the dining part of it is on a room.
Okay.
And as I said, you're just there from the kitchen to the dining. If you have friends, everybody's together. Everybody's left out.
So we can talk about we see just one concrete wall.
Yes, it's not actually meant. There was a wall there, so I actually just sat part of the building on top of the wall.
Okay.
So it wasn't an intentional thing to build the wall. You can just have a brick wall if you want a wall, or you can just build the whole thing with the raffia.
Raffia palm.
So,
okay. Something else we noticed in this space is that it's very airy. There's no fan, there's no AC, but the breeze is cool in here. Can you talk us through that?
Well, because I believe in ventilation. When you live in a place, you have to have ventilation. And we have a tendency here, in the old houses, you had louvers and you had jalousie windows, which there's always air coming through.
Yeah.
Now we've got into this feeling that every house should have a glass sliding window, which takes away 3/4 of your ventilation. And then everybody then decides to put in air conditioners. But as you see, all the windows are open, and so you got the air circulating all the time. And this is how we should build, by having, think in terms of air circulation and comfort. And you see people now, the old buildings, they just think to modernize the building is to take out the louvers and put in these sliding windows.
Yeah.
But everything here is a mindset of the people. That is the problem. And if we can't educate the people, then whatever you do is futile.
Yeah. What has the experience been for you like though with other people? How have people received this product?
Well, I was having sleepless nights because my phone has been ringing non-stop for almost a year since this thing came on.
Wow.
And I've had a lot of inquiries. We've got about 3 or 4 people, waiting on the architect.
Wow.
I work without an architect, but I cannot do it for people without an architect.
Yeah.
So, getting the architect to come up, we discuss and come up with a design and drawings to the satisfaction of the client. I just thought it was a joke. I really
you were just doing it for you and it turned into something.
Yeah, and I never expected it. We've had calls from around the world, from the States, from England, as far as Australia, as far as somebody in the Caribbean. It's just been
Overwhelming.
overwhelming.
Yes. Okay, so we can walk through the rest and then we can.
So on this side, you have the living thing. Try to use also local fabrics
Yeah.
as well.
What material is this?
This is cane.
Okay.
This is cane. We do our own cane. We do our own cane work as well.
Wow.
Um,
That's a lot. So the art pieces, everything.
Well, all the art, yes. Unfortunately for me, it's not art. I was just couldn't afford to go and buy.
So you made all of these?
So I just.
Wow. I'm so impressed.
That's it. It's for
Wow.
me. It's just
Very,
something
very
to
talented.
put on the wall. I don't know about talent. It was just something I had to do
Wow.
because I needed paintings and I
Right.
couldn't afford to go and buy
All
you
these
know,
expensive.
all these expensive paintings.
Yeah.
So I just just whoosh. And I had a lot of reaction to it. And people say, "Oh, you should sell them." I said, "No, I'm not an artist. I'm just
Doing these. So you made, again, I'm sure you made the mirror, everything. This is so impressive.
These
The
lamp
pots?
holders, they
Wow.
are made from coconut.
Wow.
It's the coconut tree and it was cut. And I had it around for years. So I
Wow.
just scooped it out and used it as a plant holder.
That's so creative.
So
Okay. This is beautiful. Right, so this is made out of
this is iron.
iron.
Yeah, this is iron.
I guess we can head up.
Yeah.
Step after you. Oh wow. I like this. So pretty. Okay.
All these slides.
Ah. These were also made in the factory,
Yeah.
the workshop.
So this slide. And
There's so much air coming in.
so all of them slide.
Hmm. So what type of roof do you have on this?
Oh, we just have the normal aluminum.
Aluminium. Okay. Okay.
And, the ideal thing is to do it with a thatch type.
Yeah.
But the thatch roofing is very expensive, and then
Okay.
you also have to have the know-how. Because if
Okay.
you don't have it done properly, you have more headaches than you need in a lifetime. So
Then what about your electrical and plumbing work?
everything is in.
How difficult was that to incorporate into this? No.
It wasn't difficult at all. The
Okay.
thing is, you build an outer shell,
Okay.
and then you put in all your wirings and plumbings and
Mhm.
everything before you put the inner cladding.
Oh,
So
okay. Everything is done.
goes inside, yeah. It's
Yeah.
very easy, very simple.
Wow. So we noticed that your ceiling is a little different
Yes,
from.
we wax the ceiling
Okay.
to give it a contrast.
Okay.
So we don't have it doesn't become too dark, because if we have it on top, it becomes a bit oppressive.
Right. Right. So how high can you go with raffia?
As high as you want.
As high as you want?
You can have 2-story, you can have
3
3-story.
stories.
It's just like using timber.
Okay.
It's just we just have to open up our
Minds.
minds and
Mm. Okay.
if people in construction or architects could look around them and take into account what we have and then try and use it and improve on it, we'll save ourselves a lot of money. And young people can afford at least to get a start in life by
Yeah.
being able to build
A home of their own.
home until they can afford more, whatever they want to do, but at least to get a start in life.
Right. So this could easily be a 2-bedroom because of the side we're about to see. I like this. bookshelf.
Well, this
Picture.
serves as a divider,
Divider.
so the place is not quite empty. But
So much air.
you have, well, when you open this, it's also there. But
So this would be a 2-bedroom,
yes,
easily a 2-bedroom
yes,
space.
bedrooms.
So is it expensive to transport the raffia from
Well,
Nzulezu,
if
the
you
central?
consider, buying cement and buy other things when you
Yeah.
have to transport it, it's not that expensive. It just depends on price of petrol, I suppose, people to transport it down. It's no more expensive than getting the normal stuff.
This unit that we're sitting in was originally built for under $50,000, but Auntie Ophelia doesn't want to commit to a specific amount because of the changes in price that she has experienced over the past year since this has been completed. So if you have a design that you would like brought to life, you can contact their team. The information will be in the description box below, and they can talk you through the pricing. But you can keep in mind that it's about 30% less than what you would pay for if you were going with the standard material that we're used to. So you can just talk this through with them. You can have an architect give you your designs, or if you want to work with an architect, they provide for you all of these things. So you discuss, and then yes, they can help you build something. Auntie Ophelia, please, is the material fire retardant?
Everything depends on how your electricals and is done. As I said, you even had this huge building down there which got burnt.
Okay.
But we actually do treat the palm, the raffia palm. We treat it with infrared. The solution we use to treat it, the wood treatment, has infrared.
Okay.
It's against the sun, so that it doesn't bleach.
All right.
And we do put on a linseed oil base which does prevent fire.
Okay.
But no matter what you do, it is how responsible you are with the way you live. You should always have fire extinguishers in your space, and you should always make sure, that's the most important thing, because all fires are started by electrical faults. So if you have your electricals properly done, you definitely have no fear of fire.
A lot of people worry about termites when it comes to
It's all
wood.
treated.
Okay.
It's treated against termites. Or any sort of insect. It's all, we do that before we even put the thing together, both the timber frame and the raffia part.
Your flooring, is it wood?
Yeah, it's wood.
Or it's just, it has a finish on it that's very sleek. That doesn't look
Yeah,
like.
but it's wood, and and it's varnished.
It's varnished wood.
The treatment when you do wood floors, you put on
varnish.
Varnish.
That's so smooth. Wow.
Yeah.
So impressive. You mentioned earlier that you can prefabricate it, like what you're doing for your soup project.
Yes.
If you can kindly tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I reckon that if we're going to take, the cane to the site, the palm to the site, then it's a lot of work. The workers have to stay there all day, and to get the stuff together. But if we prefabricate from the plant the outer layer at the workshop, which is more convenient because there's no business of going up and down, that we fabricate here, then when we get to the site, we just put it up, get the outer frame up, and then we get the roof up, and then all the plumbing and electricals and things that have to be done internally will be done, and then we do the interior cladding, and then that's really.
Can you please talk us through insulation?
Here, basically, I don't think one needs insulation as such for rendering, but you can insulate it with either what do you call it? What you use for insulating air conditioners. You know, if you do central air conditioner, you can use that, or you can get what do you call it, soundproofing materials, you know, to insulate it. But I don't really think this is just rendering it, and the way we do, we put it in between. We put in kind of netting with very little space in between, but at the same time you get ventilation. But then at the same time, nothing can come through
inside.
You know, so
dust,
you know,
insects.
We do it. We cross them. You know, we go one way and then we go another way. So there's no possibility of anything getting. As I said, we had a shack here
already.
And there was already a foundation sort of. So we just rendered it, and that's really it.
Okay.
It was there already, and these are also things that, you know, people should take into consideration when we had given, you know, a price. So it's a mistake in Ghana to say something. It becomes
stuck on your course to carry. Right. Okay. So I understand that you are not too comfortable giving us a specific figure for what this will cost because of the differences that come in with the design and all those things. Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, it depends on the design. It depends on what the person, you know, wants and what they're comfortable in, and you know, based upon that and where the site is situated, it's very difficult to tell somebody, I can build you a house for $20,000 or $30,000 or whatever. It's just not possible unless you actually physically, you know, done a survey, you know what the client wants, the architect. I mean, I did this without an architect. So if an architect has to do, they have to charge for their work.
Right.
So, you know, that also has to go with the cost of the building. So it's all I can say is that it is cheaper. You get more out of it than you would get out of
concrete.
The standard buildings that we put up. That's really what I can say.
Yeah, because when you built it, you did it with your team on land you already had, a property you already had.
Exactly, and there was no transportation cost of moving from here to some, you know, Aburi or wherever, you know, or out of town. So this is just an experiment on site, and you know, we can just base it on that. There was no architect involved. There was nobody involved.
Your workers did not have to go and come as well because they were on site.
They were on site and they work. So it's the usual monthly payments that they get, and a bit extra because they stayed and worked throughout.
Right. So you were able to do it at the price that you were able to do it at. But if it's somebody else coming to you to build it, the figure can vary.
Exactly.
Okay.
I do things. I don't draw well. I just do things. I see everything in my mind. And fortunately, I have an excellent foreman who immediately I come up with something, knows exactly, and he goes around and does it exactly as I envisioned, and it always works out well. So it's difficult to do that to somebody else because they want to see. You know, and I can only do rough things. So you have to have a proper architect who also has the same mindset as I do. So that they don't tell me you can't do this, you need a concrete pillar here or something. Because I can't deal with that.
And also because your space is open, it'll cost much less than somebody coming in wanting walls and all of that. Okay. How long have you been doing interior design for?
Well, I've been doing this for almost getting to 30 years.
Wow.
So it's been a long journey. But it's something I enjoy because, you know, I am at liberty to have my own furniture made, and you know, if if a person wants something different, then they can come to us. But if they want the same thing as everybody else, I'm not interested because it doesn't challenge me or challenge my workers. This is how I work, and I never do the same thing twice. Everything you get from us is original, and it's for you. It's not for, you can't walk into somebody else's house and find the same things. That's how I've worked and managed to survive by the skin of my teeth. So it's difficult working in Ghana, and it's difficult changing Ghanaian. The mindset of the Ghanaian.
So in your workshop, you make these furniture pieces and decor pieces, but do you also train, like the way you've built a raffia?
Well, we're trying to set up a school, and it's taking 2 years. Wow. I've got a whole place set up, the lecture halls, the classrooms, all the computers, all the, what you need. And, been waiting on Codvet. We paid everything, we've done everything, and now they come out to say, oh, they are not ready. Meanwhile, we've done everything. We've paid monies that we have to pay. It's been a nightmare. I really half the time feel, why am I doing this?
Comparatively, compared to the standard concrete, how much lower? Would this be like 30% lower relatively?
It will be, it depends on how the person wants it. For example, the one we are building, the person wants there's a room downstairs which is not with a shower, with a toilet, self-contained. Then in her bathroom she wants a freestanding bath. She wants this, she wants that. So all that goes into the cost of it.
Right. So if somebody was interested in something like this, what would be the best way to contact you?
Well, we can give them the office number. Because, I get tired of people calling off my phone.
So I'll put that in the description.
Yeah.
But where's your shop located if somebody wants to buy any of your decor
Well,
pieces?
we have a shop on Farah Avenue.
A
showroom.
All right.
Lots of,
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for walking us through your lovely building. Thank you very much. Bye. If you would like to contact Art Deco and Orangery, I have left their contact information in the description box below so that you can reach them if you want to. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share with your friends and your loved ones. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Hopefully, I see you in my next video. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and an amazing life. Bye!